Welcome to SP Union High School and Junior College. Today we are going to discuss about the flow chart. We have seen the algorithm, the uses of the algorithm. So now we are going to discuss the flow chart. Again, it is one of the program analysis tool which is used to develop a program, and to developing the program it becomes easy when we are using the algorithm and flow chart. Now we'll see in detail what is a flow chart. As the name suggests, it is a chart which is show the flow of the process, flow of the instructions and the flow of the steps of the program. So it is nothing but it is a diagrammatic representation of your program. The flow chart is a diagram which visually presents the flow of the data through processing system. So whatever the processing system is there, and from that system how the data is flowing from one process to another, that we can recognize by using the flow chart. This means by seeing a flow chart, one can know the operations performed and the sequence of these operations in a system. Okay, so what is the use? Whatever the operations takes place on that particular data will be we can know by seeing this flow chart. Algorithms are nothing but sequence of steps for solving the problems. We have seen whatever the steps for the solving program, that we can write step by step in a sequence in algorithm. So a flow chart can be used for representing an algorithm. This is important, that what is a flow chart. So whatever the steps we have written in algorithm to solving the program, that can be represent diagrammatically by using the flow chart. A flow chart will be describe the operations and in what sequence are required to solve a given problem. You can see a flow chart as a blueprint of a design you have made for solving a problem. So that we can know that flow chart is nothing but it is a chart of the operations of the data it takes place in a program. Is nothing but a flow chart. Now, a flowchart are used in designing and documenting complex process or programs. We know that when we are developing any software, there is a one concept that we have to do, that is the documentation. And in that, we are including the algorithm and the flowchart. So before actual starting the coding of a program or writing the program, we have to go through the algorithm and the flowchart, which is helpful to design the problems, that is a program, that is a coding. Like other types of diagrams, they help visualize what is going on and thereby help the people to understand a process and perhaps also find flaws, bottlenecks and other less obvious features within it. So it is the diagram. Like other diagram, from this diagram also we can recognize what is the meaning of that diagram. There are many different types of flowchart and each type has its own retrieval of boxes and notational convention. So when you are going to design this flowchart, we have to use that notations and the symbols which have a standard meaning and the standard it is expected over. Now, when we are going to develop that particular flow chart, there are the standard symbols are there which are expected by all over who are doing the coding and the programming. So one by one we'll do learn that symbols, whatever the present in a flow chart, its meaning and how to draw these symbols. So we'll see in details what are the symbols of flow chart. There are a number of the symbols are present in a flow chart. But whatever the basic symbols that we are going to use while drawing the flow chart, that it is shown in this table. So first column is about the symbol, second column is about the symbol name, and third one is the description. What is the use of that symbol? So first one it is called as a flow lines. The lines with the arrow. So it will show the flow lines as the name suggests, flow lines. It is used to connect the symbols. So whatever the different symbols are present, it is connected by these flow lines. Second one is the terminal. It is used to start, pause or halt in the program logic. Then parallelogram, it is used for the input and the output, represents the information entering or leaving the system. Next, processing rectangle, it is used for processing, represents arithmetic and logical instructions. Then this diamond shape, it is symbol name is decision. It represents a decision to be made. Then round, that is connector, it is used to join different flow lines. And the last one, it is the sub function. It is used to call function. So when we are writing the program, there are the different situation arises, and as per that situations, we are going to display these situations by using these different symbols. So in detail we discuss about these particular symbols. So this is a symbol, that is a rectangle, it is called as a process symbols. Okay, now when we consider the any program, there are the different steps that we know. While we writing the algorithm, we know the steps, that is the reading the header files, reading the variables, then perform the procedure. That is, if you are doing the addition of the two numbers, then performing the addition is the procedure, and then displaying the output and the stop. So all these we have written step by step in English word. It is known as algorithm. Same we can do to display all these things by using the flow chart. That is the whatever the process available. So this is a symbol. It is called as a process symbol, and this symbol is rectangle. So to display the process, we are using the rectangle. So it is used to represent general functions not represented by other symbols. It depicts the process of operations resulting in a change of value from or location of information. So whenever the processing is takes place on a value, it is going to change. Suppose we insert the values 1 and 2 for the addition of the two numbers. Then after addition process takes place, the value becomes 3. So this is a symbol where we can display the whatever the process is takes place in your program. That we have to display in the short. Okay, so example, compute monthly interest R is equals to 1 divided by 12. So this is the simple process we perform in our program. Explanation, divide 1 by 12, assign value to the R. Okay, so this is the first symbol we have seen, that is the process symbol. It is used to show the process of your program in a flow chart. Second symbol, it is the parallelogram symbol. It is used, or we can call it as the input or output symbol. So as the name suggests, in a program we require to give some input to the program, and when after the processing takes place, we get the output. Means to take the input from the user and to display output to the user, we can use this input output symbol. So it is used to represent any function of input output device. Okay, making information available for processing is an input function. To take a process, we should have to provide some input to our program. So this is done by this symbol. Recording processed information is an output function. So when the processing takes place on input, the output we get. So to display the output, again we have to use this same symbol. So example, input B, D, C. So these three variables we are taking from the user. Enter this value through the terminal stored in a location B, D, C. So this is the input symbol. Now, when you want to display the output in this symbol, you have to display print B, print D, print C. Whatever you want to print, that we can write in this symbol. So this is the input output symbol. Now this is a decision symbol. Diamond shape is there. It is called as a decision symbol. So when we write the programs, there is a situation arises like we have to provide the conditions, and from that conditions we have to give the decision, that is as output. For example, if you are writing the program A is greater than B, either A is greater or B is greater. That is, we have to give the decision either A is greater or B is greater. In such situation, to display in a flow chart, we have to use the decision symbol. It is used to depict a point in a program at which a branch to one of two or more alternative path is possible. So for to give the answer, one more than one alternatives are there, and from that we have to choose only one. That time we are going to use such type of the symbols, and it is depending on the logic of your program. Example is A is equals to B. If S, then it will print the S part. If it is no, then it will print the no part. Means from this, either we have to go one of decision, either S or no. That time we are going to use the decision symbols. whether number is prime or not, whether number is even or odd. In like such situations, we are going to use such type of the symbols. This is a decision symbol. Check that A is equals to B. If S, go to S part. If no, go to no part. So this is about the decision symbol. Now, terminal symbols. Okay, so this is a symbol that is a rectangle with the rounded edges. This type of the symbol, either when you are going to start your flow chart, when you are going to stop your flow chart, that time we have to use the terminal symbols, as the name suggests, terminal. It represents a terminal point in a flow chart. For example, either it will be start point or the stop point. In both situations, we have to use the same symbol. This represents start and stop and point in a flow chart. So this is about the terminal symbol. Now we'll see the connector symbol. It is the circle. Connector symbol. Name suggests connect. It will connect. Now time arises or the situation arises like that. Sometimes your flowchart is not going to fit in one place. That we have to continue in next. So to continue the same flowchart into the next, that line should be connected. In such situations, we are going to use the connector symbol. It represents a junction in a line of flow to another part of the flowchart. A common identifier such as an alphabetic character, number or mnemonic label is placed within the exit and its associated entry. So first one is A entry, then the exit. This represents the exit point and the entry point in a flowchart, where it is going to exit and where it is going to entry. It will display by the connector symbols. Now we'll see the flow line symbols. So these are the flow lines, as the name suggests, flow line. So it will show the flow of the symbols by using the lines. It is used to represent flow direction by lines drawn between the two symbols. Normal direction of flow is left to right and top to bottom. Either it is left to right and the top to bottom. It is the normal, but depending on the situation it changes. If the direction of flow is other than normal, arrowheads are required at the point of the entry. So here see compute month of the loan, then the down arrow means it will go to the, that is the diamond symbol, last month of the loan, then it will go to the S. If S, then it will print loan balance due. If no, again it will move and go to the compute month of the loan. So this is the flow line. So this is the important that from this we can know that what is the flow of these symbols, means from one symbol where to move next symbol, like that. Initial processing is shown here. If the no branch is taken, the processing block is performed again. If the S branch is taken, the operation is performed. So this is about the flow lines. So we have seen the different symbols. Now how to implement these symbols while drawing the flowchart, we'll see. So at the right hand side there are the comments, that is the just for the information. So start, so it will show the starting of the program. Then enter integer A, that is the get A. So we are expecting the input, that is the read input variable A. Then enter integer B, that is the get B. Read input variable B. Then C is equals to A plus B. That arrow again it is used to assign the assign symbol, that is equal to, and this arrow having the same meaning. It will perform addition of the variable and store it in a C variable. So it is a rectangle in which we are going to display the processing. What is the process? C is equals to A plus B. Now after that put the sum is what is C. So it is the parallelogram where we are going to display the output and the end the program. So first start and the end. So these are the terminal. Enter integer A, enter integer B. These are the to input the value. That is a parallelogram. Then C is equals to A plus B. This is the process symbol. That is a rectangle. Again the put the sum is, that is we are going displaying the sum. So this is the output symbol which is used to display the output, and it is the parallelogram symbol. So this is a simple example for the flow chart for addition of two numbers. Now we see one more example, flow chart to find greater and the smaller numbers. So start, enter two numbers A and B, parallelogram where we are taking the input, then the diamond symbol, is A is greater than B question mark, that is the condition we are providing. Why? If the condition is true, that is y, means a is greater than b, so it will display first number is greater. And if condition is false, that is a no, that it will display second number is greater, then it will stop the program. If then first number is greater, that is the condition is true, then arrow comes and it will stop. And if no, directly it will stop. So there is a flow line. Enter to number, we use the input symbol, that is a parallelogram. For providing the condition is a is greater than b, diamond symbol we have using. Then display first number is greater, again it is a that is the output symbol, that is the parallelogram only, and it will go to the by using the flow line to the stop if the condition is satisfied. Means when we get to this output, after that we are going to stop the program, and if no, then it will come to the display second number is greater, and again it will stop the program. So these are the simple examples in which we use the symbols to represent the flow chart. So this is about the flow chart. Thank you.